Hi friends! Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to film eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos as well as the occasional other beauty content sprinkled in. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week, although this week there were 3. And possibly next week there may be 3 more. We'll see. I've been buying a lot of stuff lately. But anyways, for those of you that are not new here, I got bangs. And my face is happy that you're seeing it again. But yeah, let me know what you think of the bangs down below. I feel like I like them. I also feel like, well, I'll get to what I also feel like in a second. But I'm really excited for today's video. I am a little bit stealing this idea from Miss Angelica Nyqvist. If you don't know who she is, then I don't know how you found my channel, but I will link her down below just in case you don't know who she is. But she is the queen of indie eyeshadow palette, like ranking, like she's just gorgeous, lovely, love everything about her. She's just a queen in general, but she does a lot of colorful makeup. Really love her channel. So anyways, lately she has also been getting a lot of eyeshadow palettes into her collection, her via PR, and her probably more than me. But anyways, she started doing videos where she does a look like with each palette, and like 4 or 5, or I think it's usually 4, but she'll do a look with each new palette, and that's kind of it. She also posts swatches. I post swatches, picture swatches on my Instagram, and then I post like videos of the palette and then swatches as well on my TikTok. So if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, katelynhousemakeup, you will see swatches of all of the palettes I'm going to show you today on either of those platforms. And I don't like to duplicate stuff. I mean, like I'll post a YouTube video with a look and then I'll post a picture of that look on my Instagram. So there is some duplication of it, but I try to have my content be different a little bit on each platform. But anyways, all of that to be said, I have 3 eyeshadow palettes. 1 that came yesterday, 2 that came today. I have not had time to play with any of them yet. So what I want to do is a look with each palette. I could possibly have time to do 2 looks tonight and 1 look tomorrow, or it's going to be 1 look tonight and 2 looks tomorrow. We will see how it goes. But anyways, I'm going to do a look with each palette, give really brief summaries on my thoughts of each palette, and yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you like this type of content. To be honest, I don't know that I plan to continue to purchase as many eyeshadow palettes as I've purchased recently, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing this, but anyways, yeah, this is a little bit different than the like makeup diary-esque video I did where I just kind of talked through the looks. I will actually show you how I create these looks. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on into it. First, let me address my band-aid. If you don't follow me on TikTok, I burned my hand. My curling iron, it was falling off of my counter. My dog was right there, and I just grabbed onto the barrel. I do have burns like right here on these fingers, but they don't really hurt that bad. But the burn like on my thumb right here, it's already blistering, and whew, is painful. So anyways, that's what the band-aid's for. And it's like a little bit coming off. So sorry if that's gross, but what can I do? Okay, so here are the 3 palettes that I will be using. First palette, the Teresa is Lethal palette. It's funny, I am so excited about these 3 palettes that I was like, okay, I can either do this type of video, or I can pick one of these to do a dedicated video on and just not do a video with the other ones. But I'm literally so excited about all 3 of these that I was like, no, I can't pick. I want to use them all. And then I asked my husband, you know, which one should I use first? I didn't even get the choices out. As soon as I said the Teresa Zed collab, he was like, Teresa, because he loves Teresa. He watches her videos with me. So anyways, we're going to start with Teresa is Lethal. This is a pressed powder palette. It is Lethal Cosmetics, if you're not familiar, is I believe it's an indie makeup brand, but they are in Germany, and in Germany there's different rules around eye safety stuff. So not eye safety, there's just different things have been approved for use around the eye area is the better way to phrase it. Anyways, this is a cruelty-free and vegan palette. They're selling it as a pressed powder palette, not as an eyeshadow palette, which to me implies that there's potential for staining. There's not technically anything marked with an eye safety warning on the packaging, so I don't know for that for sure, but there is like dyes in here to create the colors. So I don't know. And like I said, they're selling it as a pressed powder palette versus an eyeshadow palette, which is usually what gives me that indicator. Anyways, 24-month open container. And yeah, I'm not going to get into ingredients and stuff because I believe the ingredients are on their website. So if you really are curious about what's in there, you can go check that out. My palette came a little bit messy, but that's okay. I love okay, I'm going to blind you with this. I don't want to, but anyways, right under the mirror, it says "Don't look up," which I just think is so cute. Oh, and this is what I was going to say earlier. I a little bit feel like I'm giving 60s vibes with like the tall bun and the bangs and the mock neck, you know, turtleneck vibe. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like that goes with this palette a little bit. I don't know. It was not intentional. It was just my hair was dirty, so I just put it in the bun. But anyways, okay. So obviously, this is the exact shade of the shirt I'm wearing, so I've got to use Pew Pew somehow. And I really want to use TV Dinner because if anybody's gonna nail a silver eyeshadow, it's gonna be Teresa. So let's go ahead and get started. I need to stop talking because there's gonna be 3 looks here. I just need to shut my mouth. Okay, so since Pew Pew is really the only thing I know, oh, I should say I primed my eyelids with the About Face Shadow Fix Primer. And if you're not new here, I'm sure you're sitting here going, she's filming after work again, right? You can tell. Okay. I am just going to take this Morphe M441 and I'm just going to go in with Pew Pew all in the crease. I think this shade name is hilarious. This shade, like, I really just... Oh, this palette came with liners too. Listen, if I wasn't trying to create a look, well, maybe I can because I'm doing 3 looks. It's not like a dedicated video where I have to do super insane look. I'm tempted to just put this all over my lid too. And then put the shade TV Dinner on there and then use one of the liners for like a graphic liner and call it a day. But you know what? I'm not going to do that to you, but I really, really want to. So that blended amazing. Oh, let me get these 2 palettes out of the way because I'm not going to use them right now. My bangs are a little bit crazy because I was wearing glasses earlier. And so they like... my glasses like push them out of the way a little bit and it's fine. I think I'm gonna go in with Space Duster. I don't know if this is gonna be too dark. I just feel like if I go straight in with Plutonian, I just kind of want like a little bit of that dingy gray in there. The Space Duster on my Blend Bunny B5. I really love like a pink and gray moment, so I'd almost love to see like this pink in the front half and then the gray in the outer and then just put the silver in the middle. Listen, I'm trying to give you guys other ideas too because I don't have enough eyeballs for all the looks I want to do. I should probably stop buying makeup. Like that's an idea, but there's too many good things coming out right now and I can't stop. But I think I am going to start a low buy next year. So let me know if I did that, what kind of content you would be interested in seeing with that. And I said low buy, not no buy, just to set appropriate expectations. Okay, I really like that. I really love Lethal's eyeshadow formula. I think was her Lethal is Dead palette the first palette I've used from them? I think it was, and then I will be totally honest, I didn't know what to do with that color story quite that much. Like I got some really pretty looks out of it initially, but then beyond that I was like, okay, now what? That one didn't inspire me as much, but then it introduced me to Lethal, and I got the Night Flower palette, which I absolutely adore, and the One Up palette, which I also really, really love. So I have definitely been turning into a Lethal stan. I don't know why I'm talking so much. I'm not trying to fill up a whole video here, so this is a Real Techniques Precision Point Shadow Brush 057. I'm going to go in with Plutonian. This color story I do feel really inspired by. I don't know why, but there's a lot of eye looks percolating in this little brain of mine. I think this will combine really well with her first palette too, which I think is nice. Yeah, I love that. I'm obsessed. This is so freaking pretty. This blended so nicely. Oh, you know what's funny is I'm going for like a purple leaning look right now. And I guarantee you when I use the Glamlite Barbie palette, it's going to be a purple look too. If you are new here, I am a hoe for purple eyeshadow. It is my favorite. It's just my favorite. That's really all you need to know. Okay, are you ready? We're going to go in with TV dinner now. This is a BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. It's just a flat brush. Oh, I'm going to pick up TV dinner on the brush first. I'm going to spray it with my MAC Fix Plus because that's just how I like to do things. I don't know how much of this I want to use. This is gorgeous. Do you see that? Listen, I'm going to use more shades because I'm testing out doing like a first impressions of this palette, but that is lovely. And if I could, I would just put this all over the lid. I think it'd be really interesting to see how this kind of shears out. I'm going to try that on the back of my hand really fast. My favorite thing about shimmer... Oh my... Do you see the glitter? Okay, hold on. Let me turn down my light a little bit. Hopefully you're seeing the like glittery sparkliness. Okay, I think I might have turned that back up too bright. But anyways, I love glittery shadows like that I can kind of sheer out and just make like a metallic, just like a disco ball all over my lid. And yep, look at that. So I just put that on with my finger and then sheared it out. You could definitely just get that glittery sparkliness all over. I'm the queen of descriptions. You don't have to tell me. I already know. That is literally so beautiful. That made the whole palette worth it. I don't even know what the palette cost, but worth it for me. We're going to take Space Trash, which is like a blue pink duochrome shade. Oh, that's so pretty too. And all these brands are just making the most beautiful freaking eyeshadow palettes lately, and how am I supposed to say no? Like, I'm just supposed to say like, oh no, I don't want to have this like gorgeous, beautiful shimmer all over my eyes? No, I was asking too much. I have no words. This is stunning. Stunning. Oh, and you can kind of see it shift where I blended Plutonian over it. It sort of enhances the pinky purpliness of that shimmer. So it really like looks like it just shifts with like a pop of the blue. Ah, I love it. Okay, the green liner that doesn't match this look at all, but I'm gonna use it anyway. It's like a green, I feel like it's kind of a, is it a metallic? I don't know. Should I have done research? Probably. Yeah, it looks like pretty, I don't know. It's kind of more of a satiny finish, it seems like. How many times have I said okay? You know what's funny? I realized this the other day. I did cheerleading when I was younger. That's not what I realized the other day. I already knew that, but it's always ready, okay. And then I say okay before every sentence. And I think I think that might be to blame. Okay. So this is a Glamvice GV16. I believe Glamvice is now Gavisi Beauty. Pretty sure. And what do I think I'm just going to do a liner. Sorry if that's boring, but I feel like the color contrast is interesting enough. I take back what I said about this not really matching because I kind of am living for this green liner with this look. It's sort of pulling out kind of a yellowy undertone to the silver, but all right. I mean, that's basically the look. I'm gonna do my base makeup, clean up underneath. I will be honest, I will likely, oh, you know what? I won't. I will come back to do the lower lash line because I think I'm gonna go in with the 2 green shades. It'll match the green liner and I think it'll be a vibe. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll be right back. this is the finished look. I know I said I was going to come back and show you the lower lash line, but I am a liar. I got too excited and did it off camera. But I did use the two shades I said I was going to use. I used Specimen 3 and Venus Envy, and then I took the shade TV Dinner and just pulled that in. And then honestly, I let the glitter, as Teresa would say, I let the glitter bukkake rain down. I feel like it looks like I'm crying glitter, and I love it. Okay, quick run through of my base products. I'm wearing the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, the Haus Labs Light Level 3 Bronzer, the shade Cherish, I think. This light pink or like bubblegummy pink from the Pat McGrath and Bridgerton Cheek Trio. And then my highlight is the Solmon Moonlight Feel Highlighter in Azura Shine from Odin's Eye. I wanted to go Alien Slut for Teresa, but this isn't quite there. But anyways, it's still a really pretty, it's like it's not an alien slut highlight, but it's a very beautiful human highlight. So anyways, oh, and then on my lips, I did decide to wear the Glamlite and Barbie lip kit, one of the ones that I got. It's the light pink one. I don't know if they have different names on them. Out of Office lip kit, I think is what it's called. It's the one with the blonde Barbie. Yeah, love this look. Absolutely obsessed with this. You can't tell me anything in this look. I am so happy with it. I want to do something so that other people could see how pretty this look is. But anyways, I'll make sure to take lots of pretty pictures of it. But my thoughts on the palette, love it. It's gorgeous, stunning. The only two shades I haven't used are Area 52 and Hive Mind. Also, this is obviously just a first impressions. So as far as longevity, things like that, I can't tell you if there's any issues because it's 8 o'clock now that I've finished putting my makeup on, and I will be taking it off in 30 minutes because I go to bed at 9. So yeah, I'm not gonna have any insight into that. The Galactic Goo liner I think is a beautiful shade, so creamy, went on no problem. I will say I have never had issues with Lethal's cream like gel liners or their palettes, like performance-wise, they've always performed well for me. I will say the cream gel liners tend to dry out relatively quickly. So that's just something to note. But yeah, so don't buy like all the shades at once because you're not gonna get rid of not get rid of them, but you're not gonna get through them really. So I would, pick a shade that you like, use that up, and then move on. If you're a normal person, if you're like me, you buy all the shades and then barely use any of them. So that's also an option if you want to be like me. But yeah, I love this palette. I think Teresa did an amazing job, and I'm not going to do another makeup look because this took me too long. Let's go ahead and move on to look number 2, which will be tomorrow my time, but in 1 second your time. Day 2, and we're going in with the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. Somebody specifically asked if this palette was eye safe on my TikTok, and I'm not sure why, except that maybe one of the shimmer shades is like a flake texture, and so maybe they were wondering if that had like glitter in it. But anyways, I don't see any eye safety warnings. It's sold on Huda's website and on the packaging and at Sephora as an eyeshadow palette. None of those websites had any eye safety warnings, so I think we're good. This palette has a 24-month open container. I don't see that it's a vegan or cruelty free, so there you go. So this is what the palette looks like in case you haven't seen it before. I did swatch mine, so it's kind of a mess now. So I want to do a smoky eye. Oh, and these golds got glitter literally everywhere. They're like all in the shade Confident now, which is like a dark purple matte, but anyways, doesn't matter. I want to do a dark smoky eye, and I have primed my lids with the Shadow Fix primer from About Face Beauty, and I'm going to go in with the, why is this like this? I'm going to do the black cream shadow on my lid, but I'm going to set that with the shade Confident, which is that dark purple that I was just saying has a bunch of gold metallic in it, because those two gold shades exploded everywhere. Well, they didn't explode. I swatched them and then they exploded. Okay. So this is a Sigma Exact blend brush in E32. I'm going in with the shade Purpose, which is the cream black shade. It's like a cream gel black shade. I'm gonna leave that like that, and then I'm going to go in with that same brush, but the other side, and go into the shade Confident. Just tap over that. Ooh. Because I really want to set that black down. And I'm bringing Confident a little bit higher so that we have a chance at blending. I'm going to go in with Big Dreams, which is the shade right here. It's like a grayish shade. I don't know. I'm going to take this Real Techniques Precision Point Blending 054 brush. It's a skinny blending brush, and that's blending pretty nicely. This is more of a pinky tone than I thought it was in pan. I mean, I guess it had kind of a mauvey purpley tone to it, but I don't know. I think I was picturing it being darker. I'm going to go back in with that other brush we were just using in the shade Confident. And you could do the same smoky eye just using Confident like right away and then Big Dreams. I don't think you have to start with the black. It definitely adds a lot of depth, and I did that mainly because I wanted to try that cream like gel formula as a base. Okay, that's good so far. And then I think I'm going to go in with the shade Rebel, which is this light pinky shade, and I'm going to take that in a fluffy blending brush. This is a BH Cosmetics number 5. It's from like their rose gold collection or something. I don't know if they sell it still, but anyways. And I'm just blending all of that out. And I'm bringing that onto the lid a little bit just because I want to make more of a gray, like I don't want it to be like you can see where the black is, you know what I mean? I want it to be more of a smoky gradient, which I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm going to put a shimmer over it. So like I said, you could go back and forth to like make this less like such a harsh like black to purpley to pink, but I feel like that blend looks good. Otherwise, you would just go back and forth with those initial shades that we used to kind of create that gradient, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to go in with the multi-chrome shade Courageous all over the lid, so it's going to cover up any of that like continuous blending we would do anyway, so might as well not waste our time. So this is probably like a concealer brush, but this is a BH Cosmetics 102. It's like a big fat flat brush. I'm going in with Courageous, and I am going to spray my brush with MAC Fix Plus because that's what I always do with my shimmer shades. And I'm just going to put that over where that black shade, well, where we put those two dark shades, I guess I should say. And I'm using this brush to like wing it out a little bit. Also ignore the fact that this brush is stained red. There's no red eyeshadow on it right now. And I'm okay being like a little bit messy with it. I don't mind if shimmer gets in the crease or anything. And then I'm going to take that same fluffy brush we used earlier just to kind of soften any harsh lines from the shimmer, since it's a dark based shimmer. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist. I'm going to take the shade Bold Moves, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner, and I'm going to do it right now just so you can kind of see the vision. This is my Sigma inner corner brush in E46. Like I said, Bold Moves. A lot of the shimmers in this palette are a little bit flaky, so they're kind of messy. Just FYI. Yeah, so I mean, there you go. That's basically the look. I might do winged liner, and if I do, it's going to be the black shade Purpose, but you don't need to watch me do winged liner because you just watched me do that in the last look. So anyways, I'm going to do all that. I'm going to do my base makeup, and I'll come back and show you the finished look. Okay, I just realized I didn't have my microphone like set up. So if the audio on that the last clip of me doing all of this is bad, I'm sorry. If you're seeing this clip, it was obviously not bad enough to just do a voiceover. Ugh, I hate myself. Anyways, now I'll show you the finished look now. Okay, here's the finished look. I did the exact same mattes that I did up top. I did them up bottom. I did them on the bottom. I didn't use the same cream black because I didn't feel like I needed to. But anyways, this is the finished look. Let me know what you think down below. Let me walk you through what I have otherwise on my face. So I have the Haus Labs Light Level 3 bronzer. I used the Horoscope Fire Queen palette from Benefit. I used the blush in the shade Solstice. And then I just realized I never put highlighter on. So hold on. So now I'm putting on the Haus Labs Peach Quartz highlighter. Now we're finished. Okay, so that's the highlight. And then on my lips, I just used the lipstick and lip gloss from that same Glamlite Barbie lip kit. I skipped the lip liner because I wanted it to be more light pink. I don't know how I feel about like the metallic on my more chapped lips, we'll say. And then my lashes are the AF 94 Lash in Lash 01, I think. Yeah, Lash 01. But anyways, let me know what you think about this look down below. I really like it. I think there's a lot of sparkle happening. I like kind of the like grunginess to the gold, to this bold mauve shade, the like gold silver combo. I'm happy with this look. I don't love it as much as I loved last night's look. Like, this looks fine. It's pretty, but it's not my absolute favorite. But I'm going to continue to use this palette because I think there's some really pretty shimmers in there. It is more of a neutral palette, which I do like neutrals, but I love colorful eyeshadows. So I'll continue to use it. And then if you're not subscribed, just something that I like to always mention is that I do these first impressions videos, and then monthly I rank every palette I used in the month. So I usually use my palettes more, not necessarily off camera, but either on TikTok or Instagram, things like that, not necessarily on YouTube. And then anyways, I come back like a month later, each month, and I give my thoughts on all of the palettes I used, new and old. So, you know, next month I may not have fully fleshed out months, but if I continue to reach for this palette, you'll see how my thoughts evolve over time. So yeah, that's a great benefit of subscribing. But anyways, that's everything for me, except for the fact that you need one more look. So let's go ahead and move on to look number 3 with the Glamlite and Barbie palette. I would say it's day 3, but it's not day 3. It's still day 2. I just changed my shirt, which I guess I didn't need to since I admitted it, but I just felt like the other shirt was too dark to do a look with this palette with. So I changed it. But anyways, let's do the Glamlite and Barbie collection. And I am so excited because I am one of like what feels like 5 people on this planet that has never tried Glamlite ever. This is my first time. And they just announced that they are going to be doing a Scooby-Doo collection, and I almost cried. I was so excited. So I'm also very excited to try this. If you follow me on TikTok, you know that when I talked about this palette, I said that I was a Barbie girl as a kid. I loved Barbie, like so much. So anyways, I'm excited to play with this. So this is the, like I said, Barbie and Glamlite collection. And if you see any white residue in my bangs, that's dry shampoo. So let's just ignore that. But anyways, this is a 24 color eyeshadow palette. It is cruelty free and vegan, 18-month open container. Distributed out of Hollywood, made in China, and let me see. There is talc and mica in at least some of the shades, and they split it between eyeshadow ingredients and pressed pigment ingredients, so there probably is some concerns regarding potential for staining of some of the pressed pigments, but as I have said on this channel before, I do not care about pressed pigments and staining, so anyways, I'm not going to worry about it, but just want to let you know in case that's something you care about. I am already in love based on swatches, but obviously swatches and how they perform on the eye are 2 different things. So let's just do it. I don't even know where to start. I told myself, I was like, before you do a look with this palette, you should probably figure out what you're going to do, but I haven't figured that out yet. Part of me wants to do something interesting. Part of me wants to do like just a hot pink on the lid and just go full Barbie, but also the purples are really calling to me. And I know I said earlier that I was definitely going to be doing a purple look, but I'm trying to not. Go pink, blue, purple. Let's just use as many shades as we can because this palette is too cute. So I'm going to start with pink on the like inner third of my lid. So I'm going to use the shade Palette, which is that light pink matte right there. No, I almost called it shimmer. Oh, I never remember to pull these off on camera, so let's get this really satisfying. There you go. This is a BH Cosmetics. It's a number 8 brush. It's from their Crystal Zodiac collection. It's a fluffy brush, but it is a little bit shorter. So I feel like I have a little bit more control over where the shadow goes. And that is a gorgeous pink. Wow. That is pigmented. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry because this is so pretty. Listen, you guys, if they knock this Scooby-Doo collection out of the park, like even a little bit as much as they've knocked out this Barbie collection, I will scream. I love Scooby-Doo so much. Look at that pink. Do you see that pigment? Those of you that have already tried Glamlite are like, yeah, we know. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with the shade Chillin', which is the purple, like the lighter purple, I should say. And I'm gonna take, what are you? A Morphe M513 brush. It's kind of similar, short, fluffy brush, shorter fluffy brush. I cleaned that off on my color switch, but it's still stained and needs to be like deeper cleaned, but it is what it is. Okay, now I understand why so many people were obsessed with the like pastel ice cream palette from Glamlite, because these are kind of pastel-y shades, but they're like, I don't normally like pastels, and I'm really, really feeling these because they're so bright. How have I gone this long without trying this one? I haven't even tried the shimmers yet, but I swatched them, and oh baby, they were pigmented. Okay. I don't really want to go into like the tealy blue, and I feel like Imagine is a little bit dark. So, you know what? I have another BH Cosmetics number 8 brush, which was the same brush we used with the pink shade. So I think I have 2 of these Crystal Zodiac collection brushes, but anyways. So we're gonna go in with Dream Life, that like, I know people hate those the term blurple, but it is a blurple slash periwinkle-esque shade. These are literally stunning. They're blending so easily. I don't want to say shocked because so many people have told me I needed to try Glamlite's formula and that it's one of their favorites. So I'm not shocked, but I am shocked. You know what I mean? I just didn't feel like Glamlite's packaging or color stories really spoke to me before now. I didn't like the kind of odd shaped packaging. And then I also didn't love, like when they did the alcohol collection, I didn't love any of those color stories enough to really go for it. But you give me a Barbie collection and I am there. Same with the Scooby-Doo. Like these last 2 collections, it's like they reached out to me specifically on what would make me buy their palettes. This is gorgeous. Like I could literally just put these mattes on my lid and call it a day, but that would not be fun for all of you to watch. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade, let's see. I'm thinking Out of Office. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I was thinking Born Ready after that. Yeah, because these kind of this has like a pink shift to purple and this is like a purple shifting to blue. I think that could be fun. And then let's go Superstar at the very end. I think these are the 3 shimmers I'm going to use. So starting with Out of Office, I have this BH Cosmetics number 9 brush, I think. It's just a flat shader brush. I'm pulling Out of Office, and it feels like it has a little bit of that like putty type of texture where like the shade moves around a little bit, but I was still able to, it seems like, pick it up on my brush. Spraying that with MAC Fix Plus. And yep, that is beautiful. This is seriously so pretty. Oh my god. My end of the year ranking is gonna be so difficult. I have so many palettes that I love, and very, like, I have some palettes that are definitely in the, like, they're alright category, but lots of palettes in the love category, and I don't know how I'm going to pick a favorite. So I'm taking that same brush, but the other side I'm going in with Born Ready. I think I've had people tell me that they feel like the shimmer formula for Glamlite is similar to Beauty Bay and Blend Bunny, which I can kind of see because of how it moves around in the pan. And it's similar to some of the Adept shades as well, shimmer shades as well, but I feel like Adept has some shades that are really easy to pick up. That shade wasn't as easy to pick up. Born Ready wasn't as easy to pick up on the brush as Out of Office, so I'm going to go in with my finger. See, yeah, that's way more pigmented. I'm going to take my ring finger and actually go in with Out of Office to see if I can build that shade up a little bit more with the finger. So pretty. I don't know how many times I've said it. Probably a lot. So I'm sorry if I keep using the word pretty, but it is. Okay, so I'm going to take my finger again because that just seems to be easiest. And I'm going in with Superstar. And just tapping that over the outside. And I love this palette. Oh my gosh. I would have just used the crap out of this over the summer. I'm definitely picking up summer vibes from this palette, so I do feel like this maybe wasn't intended to launch right now. I'm not sure. I know some brands have been having issues with like supply chain and things like that, so I think that could have been what happened, but I am not mad at this. Or maybe they did intend to have it come out right now because the holidays coming up and people would, this is something that people could ask for Christmas and things like that. I love it. This is beautiful. The shimmer shades are all pretty like duochrome type shades, and I think they're stunning. I'm trying to decide if there's anything else I want to do with this look. I have orange on my shirt. I'm like, do I want to do, I think I'm going to do like a fun orange liner using the Artist Palette from Glisten Cosmetics. And I know people hate when you do like if you're doing a video where you're reviewing a palette, people hate when you bring in other stuff, but I don't. I just feel like I have all these other things, special things. I'm sure a lot of you have different liners and single shadows and things like that. And so I'm all about like, use what you have in your collection that you feel like amps up a palette. And I had a video idea. Let me know what your thoughts would be on this. But I thought maybe I take an eyeshadow palette, like just whatever random eyeshadow palette, and I do a video on how to make your palette the most versatile, if that makes sense. Like how you can pull in other things to get more versatility out of a palette. So I can kind of talk through some more of my single shadow, but they're not shadows, but like single products like liners, toppers, things like that. So anyways, that was kind of what I was thinking, because I was thinking about like the different ways that I enhance or mix up or create versatility with a palette. So let me know if you think that would be an interesting video. But anyways, I'm gonna go in with these oranges. I'm gonna mix them together, and I'm gonna take, this is a Glam Vice GV14, which Glam Vice is now VC Beauty. So now, like I said, I've never tried Glamlite, so I don't know anything about like how their shadows wear. I know with the Beauty Bay shimmer formula, I tend to have a bit more creasing. So I'm not sure if that would happen with this. And I'm filming this at night, so I'm not really gonna get a lot of time to test it out. So you'll want to come back for one of my monthly ranking videos where I've gotten to use this palette a bit more. Although I do think because this palette is launching, I'm not a believer of only using makeup certain times of the year, but I do still tend to gravitate towards, the more fall colors and tones because that's what I like to wear. Because I definitely dress for each season to a certain extent. I mean, I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's hot AF here still. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is I do still end up kind of gravitating towards those tones in makeup, but not necessarily intentionally, if that makes sense. It's just because I like to match my clothes. Okay, do I want to leave this like this? Is this even? I think that's fun. What I was thinking would be really fun would be to go in with this like hot pink, like reddish pink shade. It's like a strawberry, red, berry, whatever color. It's like a watermelon pink, I think is the word I was looking for earlier. The descriptor word that I was looking for earlier. Okay, and I'm just gonna go on the outside of that orange. Oh, I'm so happy I did that. That's so fun. Yeah, look at all that. Like, it just adds like a little extra, I don't know. It's just fun. I like it. I debated buying the new Glisten Cosmetics and I think you said it's Kike, whatever. They did a collab. I debated buying that today. But anyways, okay, so you don't have the orange really, but I feel like these pink shimmery shades, you could do something. You could even do like a liner. So if you wanted, you could go in with concealer to create the line and then tap over it with Sunshine and then Sunkissed or The Weekend as well and get a similar look. Or if you have liners that are similar shades, you could do that too. So anyways, this is basically going to be the eye look. I will go off camera, finish up my base. I'll probably do my lower lash line off camera as well. And then I will come back and chat through my thoughts on this last palette, and then we'll be done, finally. So if you've made it to this point, congratulations, you made it through most of the video. Okay, here is the finished look. Let me know what you think. Let's talk through what else I'm wearing. So I have the Summer Vacay lip kit on my lips, which was also part of the Glamlite and Barbie collection. I just have the lipstick and lip gloss on, but I think it's really pretty, nice and bright pink. I have the same blush I had on for look number 2, which is the Solstice blush from Benefit. Same bronzer, House Labs Light 3, the light level 3, I think is what it's called. And for highlight, I pulled in the Noctilucent palette from Blend Bunny. The highlight on my face is the shade Far Out, and then the shade in my inner corner is Phenomena. And I took like this like disposable mascara wand that I got off of Amazon and went into the matte fluid eye paint from About Face Beauty in the shade On Point. And that's the mascara I have on my lower lash line. The lashes I'm wearing are the Auric Glasswing half lashes. And I think that's basically it. Everything else is my base from look number 2. But anyways, let me know in the comments which look you like the best. This one is definitely the most, I don't want to say creative, but kind of created, the most out of the box for me. So I really like it. I think this is fun. I'm getting like such 80s vibes from this, I think because of all the different colors and like the neons and the bright colors. But anyways, I'm loving this look. I really like it. I also liked the Lethal Cosmetics look. I don't know which one I like better, and you can't make me pick. But yeah, the thoughts on the palette. So I've used, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I didn't mention that. I went in on the bottom, like the lower lash line. I went in with the shade Imagine and Dream Chaser, right? That's what it's called. So I've used 8 shades, and there's 24, so I've used like a third of the palette. So yeah, I mean, so far is 8 there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think 8 shades is a third of the palette. I can't do math, but anyways, overall I really, really like this. Like I said, I've never used Glamlite, so I'm not sure how these shimmers are going to crease or not crease or fade on my eyelids, but as of right now, I am feeling myself in this look, and I am really enjoying this palette. So, like I said before, if you want further thoughts than first impressions, definitely subscribe. because I will continue to use these palettes, and will share additional thoughts in my October ranking, which will be up in November. But anyways, that is it from me. Let me know if you have any questions, which look you like the best, or just have any thoughts you want to share in the comments down below. And I will see you all next time. Bye!